What is good, guys? Welcome back to our brand new episode. Today, as usual, we're continuing our streak into unlocking every single blueprint for every single weapon, whether it be in Modern Warfare, Cold War, or Vanguard. And of course, I'm testing every single blueprint and telling you guys what the best blueprint is and which one you should be looking out for. Now, today's topic is a gun that made a huge scene a few years ago in Warzone Diamatti. Now, Diamatti, when it first came out by itself, it was powerful. Then it became dual, and it was even more powerful. So this gun does not cease to impress. Even right now, if you're playing with Ghost, it's always a very good secondary weapon to have with you. This one is for the Cold War weapons, it is the Diamatti, and for the Modern Warfare weapons, it is the Psychov. Far for that, the Diamatti doesn't need no introduction. Everybody, I think, had tried with the Diamatti. If there's any one pistol you would have leveled up, it would be the Diamatti. Now, taking a look at the blueprints that you can unlock. Of course, you can see there's a lot of blueprints. They know that a lot of people are playing with it. It's very much in demand, so they did deliver. We have the Maple Leaf, which is Season 5 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Legendary Blueprint. We have the final chapter, that's a Season 6 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Legendary Blueprint. You probably know the final chapter because we did a video on this, I think, last week. The Drab Deputy is a Season 3 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Legendary Blueprint. Deciding Factor, Season 1 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Legendary Blueprint. Then you have the Hanjo, Season 4 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Legendary Blueprint, and last but not least is the Regal Shiv, Season 4 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone Blueprint. Now, as far as the blueprints, the one that is known the most is the Regal Shiv, because alongside the Swiss K, they got a Regal Shiv one and an MP5, the Diamatti got one too. Now, this one was very much in demand because it was very nice. It worked well as a set, especially if you're playing with a SMG and a pistol, or even if you're playing with a sniper and a pistol. It was great to have the matching sets. Now, as far as the attachments go, the only way you could unlock this one is through leveling up your battle pass. So if you're playing this video and way after Season 4 pre-integration of Vanguard into Warzone, then you won't have a chance to unlock this blueprint unless it makes its way into the Blueprint Blitz event. Again, if you're wondering what this event is, check my channel. I have a video dedicated on that. But yeah, as far as the attachments go, we have the agency suppressor, which is pretty much the best suppressor you can have on any of the Cold War guns. You have the 7.2 Task Force barrel, the 24-round magazine, and the SASR jungle grip. Now, as you can see, the accuracy suffers a bit. Damage is higher, range is higher, mobility is higher, and control is higher. The Hanjo. Hanjo is pretty good, to be honest. It is a very strong contestant to the best blueprint, but it's not. It comes in a short second. I don't know what it is, but I think the tiny bit difference between them made it that with this one I was always a tiny bit short, but with the best one I was always getting team wipes. Now, this one, as you can see, even before looking at the attachments, you have higher accuracy, higher damage, higher mobility, and higher control. As far as attachments go, it's an infantry compensator for the muzzle, the 6.5 TAC Ops barrel, the Tiger Team Spotlight laser, the Serpent Wrap rear grip, and the 24-round magazine. It's not bad at all. Moving on to Deciding Factor, another legendary blueprint. This one we have the Muzzle Brake 9 for the muzzle, the 7.8 extended barrel, the Steady Aim laser for the laser, the Serpent Wrap rear grip, and the 24-round magazine. A lot of them are sort of like similar to each other, so that's why the stats are always sort of like moving in the same direction. But otherwise, they're all pretty solid ones. If you only have one of these legendary blueprints, it is enough to come to the maximum level and get a whole bunch of kills. Now, this one we have higher accuracy, higher damage, higher mobility, and higher control. Again, very nice infantry compensator for that vertical recoil compensation. 6.5 Task barrel for that extra damage and range. You have the Tiger Team Spotlight for that hip fire accuracy. 24-round magazine, which is great. Even though it removes time and mobility, we can see that the other aspects of this gun bring it back up, and the drop shot rep, which is great for that aim flinch resistance, great for that mobility and control. Now, moving on to the final chapter, which is the best blueprint that you would want for your gun. This one, again, is the most recent blueprint that we have for this weapon. As far as the attachments go, we have the Muzzle Brake now, which is great for that vertical recoil compensation, 7.2 Task Force barrel for that range and damage, SWAT 500mm laser sight for that hip-fire accuracy, 24-round magazine for those magazine, and here, as you can see, you do see the effect it has on mobility, and then we have the airborne elastic wrap for their aim flinch resistance. Now, again, it's always the combination of attachments that make or break a gun. For this one, it is pretty much the most favorable setup that you can have for this weapon. Even if the mobility suffers a tiny bit, I feel like all the positive things make it much better than the other blueprints. Now I'll just show you guys the last one before, oh actually, let me show you guys the HD 3D cutscene and then we'll continue to the last blueprint. It's a very aesthetic gun. I really like the setup for it. No, it's definitely worth a try. Now, last but not least is the Maple Leaf. For me, I think this is the most aesthetic blueprint they have for this one. Unfortunately, the attachments could do better. But we have the muzzle brake 9 for the muzzle, the task force barrel, 7.2 task force for the barrel, the same as the best one, the 500 laser. Again, 3 similar to the best one. It's just that they have here the dual wheel stock and the 24 round magazine. Now, all in all, this is a very solid setup. The only difference is that when you have the dual wheel, it's a whole different approach to the gun. For me, I'm really not good with dual wheels, so it is possible that if you're really good with dual wheels, this might be the loadout for you, or the blueprint for you. Again, this one I think is much nicer than the other one, but again, yeah, for me it's a dual wheel. For some reason, I cannot aim with them. I'm really not good with the dual weapons. Again, if you love dual wield, this is the one for you. This is the one that actually was meta a few seasons ago, and everybody was going over it, crazy over it. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's pretty much it for the Diamatti. I think this gun is by now it's washed up, but it keeps on coming back because it is always a solid foundation for any pistol. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know what you guys think, and enjoy the footage that I have for you guys right now. A nice payload win, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Take it easy.
Pick yourself up.
Bravo, too close to